You would not believe your eyes, it's 10 million bullshit changes from Gaijin in August of 2026, specifically for RRB. Now there's a couple here that are pretty okay, there's some that are just whatever, and a few that will actually free up the BR ranges a little bit. And then there's a couple where, well, I was already having a terrible day, let's just put it that way. And then you can't be greeted by anything better than Gaijin BR changes in today's age. They're always kind of terrible, or a nothing burger. Let's see what today is going to be looking like. Now we have the MiG-21 2000 from Israel going down in BR, and no one is surprised. It's a Squadron vehicle. A lot of people are playing it, well, because they're level 20 and they're just in a Squadron. Yes, it takes a little bit, a lot of wallet warriors as well, and no one really grinds with it. So this makes complete sense, no one is gonna do well in it. Same with the A7K, that is simply a ground attacker, it's not specifically good in RRB. So that going down makes perfect sense. And then we get the Ajit and the Hunter F6 as well as the G91Y. And the G91Y makes sense to a degree that they want to put it at the same battle rating as the G91YS, as the 9B and the Nords are a bit of a side grade to each other, and I wouldn't necessarily call one better than the other. However, the issue is balancing this tier is difficult, because you can't really put this thing against anything over or under 8.7, but you also can't fight supersonics. The Hunter F6, it's not that bad, but with a new SRAM buff, they are really deadly, and if you do not have flares and they kind of sneak up on you, the Hunter will do very well. And I predicted this to go up whenever the SRAMs got buffed a little while ago. With the Ajit, it's just a plane with flares, good thrust. It's pretty maneuverable, it's not the most agile dogfighter, but it's agile enough, it's hard to hit, and it has 4 really good missiles. So this going up makes perfect sense. I'm not sure why it even took this long, regarding it was 9.3 for like a year, 2 years, really oppressive, and then it took, what, how long since it became 9.7 to finally go to 10.0. But yeah, good change, a little bit of a bad flight model now, but still a very good kit, so that is just a trade-off that you're going to have to deal with. HF-24, well, it's abysmal dog shit, so that going down makes sense. Same for the Buccaneer S1. Then we get the 3 Vautours, or 4 Vautours, 5 Vautours, counting 6 Vautours, holy shit, I'm actually terrible. They all go from 9.0 to 8.7, makes complete sense, these planes aren't that oppressive. They used to be somewhat equal with F2s and MiG-15, so them being that much of a higher BR never really made sense to me, especially since they are even more susceptible to better flight models, because, well, it's a bomber. All it had was retention and power, and when you face supersonics, none of those exist. So these going down make sense, not sure why it even took that long. MB326K going up yet again, just like we all already predicted. The 4 Aidens and that battle rating with an airspan, with a pretty decent and good turn. That's always going to be deadly, and now it lost a lot of weight in the last patch, so it's going to get another BR bump. It's now 8.0, it might get to a little bit over tiered very quickly here, since it is so bad at high speed and the top speed isn't that good. But still the firepower and the airspawn will more than make up for that. And then here is one that really ruffled my jimmies, the ME262 A1 U4 going to 6.0. And then if we look slightly below that, we have the A6M5 Co. And if you watch my last video on this thing, then you know what I'm about to say. It's going to 6.0. Now I made a video a little bit ago where I said, well, the A6M is obviously going to go to 6.3, right? A little bit joking, but we all know that it was a little bit serious, because you saw I did pretty well. And it's not because the plane is that good, it's just because everyone tried to dogfight me. So we now have the 262, which has slightly worse flight performance than the 7.01, traded for a 50mm. It's high velocity, high damage, yes, the ammo is limited and you need to be able to aim it. You get an airspawn at 6.0 with a good gun, with good speed, with good acceleration even at 6.0. Ridiculous. What are we doing? We now have the A6M5 Co and Otsu at the same battle rating as an early war jet. it's peaked. Thank you Gaijin for today's entertainment. Junker 288 finally goes up. Rotten Hell, I don't care. Then we have the Key 87 as well as the SO 8000 Narwhal going down from 5.7 to 5.3. Great change. Both of these planes are, well, depressing to say the least. The Narwhal at least has the ability to airspawn, but that's kind of where its advantages end. And for both of them it's basically overwhelming firepower without any of the performance. So them going down makes sense, because the firepower might be immense, but the performance is simply too bad to use. Which is funny I say that, because the A6M6C is actually going up in battle rating, together with the A7M1. A7M1 makes complete sense, it's a good plane, it's really strong. Going to 5.7 might be a bit of a stretch, but it's good enough to the point where I don't really mind it as much. The A6M6C is a bit of a joke. It's a heavy zero, so kind of your only advantage is kind of thrown out of the window, or rather taken in, because you now weigh twice as much as your model. You can fill in the weight there, because I don't actually know, but I have a little bit of an idea. Then we have the TU1 go down in battle rating. No one really cares, at least not for Arabi. And then the LA11 for China and for Russia are going finally down to 5.0. One of the worst fighters in that entire bracket. It's nice to see them go down a little bit and hopefully be a little bit more playable. And I will be covering it if it goes down to 5.0, or potentially, maybe I would almost say 4.7 one day at least. Wyvern S4, I really don't care about this going up. It goes 650 kilometers an hour on the deck, and it's able to reliably reach that, and has 1200 rounds of Hispano with an airspawn. You can make this thing 6.0 and I still wouldn't care. SU8 goes down, it's dog shit, so that makes sense. VL Puromursky, the 58 Pucara, going up from 4.3 to 4.7. Both make sense, but the Pucara should probably be 5.3 right now. And then also fix the web, and it would probably be fine actually over there. Spitfire Mark 9 for Israel, and the Spitfire Mark 9 for Britain goes up to 4.7 from 4.3. Not entirely sure why this is necessary, but it's a plane that's really good in the hands of someone, even if you're not that great at the game. It's always a dangerous plane. A lot of people will be able to do reliably well in it. Even though it's not a carry plane, it's a very noob friendly aircraft, so this going up makes sense, although I don't really agree with it. A6M3 goes up, because why not? Zeros always go up at these points. SU6 goes down, perfect, love those things. A little bit underrated, they're also kind of hidden gems, but them going down, I'm not really opposed to it, because I'll be playing it myself. Junker 388, it's absolutely abysmal. I tried to make a video on it, and it's actually the only video I ever cancelled, because I just could not stand it at all. Heinkel 219, lots of guns, no flight performance whatsoever. Goes down, makes sense. Tisma goes down. I mean, it's really good in ground RB. Air RB though, I'm actually not familiar with it. This is probably one of the two planes that I can't actually comment on. The Tisma balls, I actually couldn't tell you. Someone in the comments probably can, hopefully, otherwise, well, we'll never know. A6M3, because why not? Key 100 goes up, 4.0 to 4.3. Yeah, I can see it, but I mean, I don't think it's that oppressive. I think it's just carried by the fact that your teams are filled with zeros, and the enemies try to dogfight them, and then your team wins, and your win rate goes up. That's probably the only reason the Key 100 goes up here. I think that's just also due to just Japanese teams, or Japanese planes specifically. I don't think the people playing them are any different, other than the elitist, of course. And then we have the ITP going up as well, 4.0 to 4.3. Overwhelming firepower, pretty good energy, but I think it was fine at the battle rating it was at. SU6 goes down. I mean, Lamau, why? Yeah, of course it goes down. B7A2, Homara 23, and the regular one, 3.7 to 4.0. probably can go to 4.3 at this point. It's basically a better XP50 that we had before the nerf. It gets a higher airspan, and it wins it. Even in a equal energy dogfight, it wins versus the XP50. It has more ammo. I mean, why was this thing 3.7 to begin with? We will also never know. MB 157, 3.3 to 3.7 makes sense. Ammo just got doubled, and the ammo was basically the only limiting factor. So this thing is probably making a killing right now. This going up surprised absolutely no one. Spitfire Mark 2A and the Venture 1 from 3.0 to 3.3, bit of a joke. These are not good planes. These do not need to go up, but same issue as with the Zero, your enemies try to dogfight you. Well, that's not really your issue, but in the long run it is, because you are going to get up-tiered until you really hit a brick wall where you don't have any energy at all to even complete a single turn versus them. Focke-Wulf 189C, lots of guns, low BR, airspan, very agile. This was never not going to go up. Same with the B239 for Sweden. It's just a better Buffalo, and the Buffalo is already incredible at 2.7. So yeah, get the fuck up out of here. We have the MiG-334 goes up. Good guns, airspan plane at low battle rating. It's mostly head-ons. It's a good plane, but I don't think it really needs to go up here. Then we have the Fokker D23, and for some reason this is going up. I mean, it has the guns, but why? What are we doing? The WM23, I mean, I made a video on that thing very recently, and that thing is ridiculous. Needs to get the fuck up out of here. Probably can go to 3.0, and I'm not sure if it can go even higher than that, but you know, we'll just test the waters at 3.0, I'd say, and then see if it, well, suffers or not. MiG-315 goes down. You see, you still have a gun plane with an airspan, but now the guns are good but not overwhelming, and suddenly the combination doesn't work anymore, because, well, the people playing them are probably level 2. The BR, whatever numbers this is, I don't even know what the fuck plane, I don't even know what plane this is. I need to see it. I'm sorry, I'll look at it post, and I'll let you know if I have any meaningful input to say on that. Right? BR49C1 twice, because I copied it wrong, goes up together with the Heinkel 112A0. I mean, why? The C1 is absolute dog shit. It's probably one of the worst props in the game. Probably one of the worst planes in the game. The only reason that plane does anything at all is because you are fighting again level 2s. You know, that's the only thing here. That's the only thing you're fighting. It's trash. It's probably only played by people that know it's bad and want to have a little bit of a challenge. That might be why it's going up, but it's really bad. Don't even try touching it unless you want to castrate yourself. And then we have the Heinkel 112A0. I mean, it has a good gun, but that flight performance just really isn't it. It's not it at that battle rating. And I'm not sure why it is going up, actually. I find that a little bit odd. But it makes sense, I guess, if it's only played by specific people. Because it is very good in terms of potential. IQ game potential, at least. And at that battle rating, I mean, you're not going to be facing many good players. If that's the kind of people that's playing that kind of plane, then it makes sense. But otherwise, I don't really see it. And with the SU-2, TSS goes down. I mean, no one cares. It's trash. All of these things are trash. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I'm sorry about the incredibly dry mouth that you're hearing, or you have been hearing. I don't know what's going on right now. But I've been drinking like every, what, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and it just, my mouth is just, it's the Sahara Desert. I'm sorry. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little rant. Made me feel a little bit better. And I hope that it helped you out as well. Thank you very much for watching. And you'll see me in the next one.